Yeah, Mike, we broke 19,000 subs. Thanks, guys, for tuning in and supporting the channel. It's, what is it, Thursday morning, February 26, 2026. My name's Malcolm. I have a cup of coffee. We got some things to talk about, from something about Las Vegas, working hours, and it's National Chili Day. So let's get into it. So, yeah, National Chili Day. That's good stuff. Everybody loves chili. Well, if you don't, I mean, I guess not everybody likes chili. But, I mean, chili is a great food. And it was a staple for like the Midwest when pioneers were, exploring and stuff. They could break it down and they would make it like almost like freeze drying it in a way. They made basic ingredients for chili, and then they would add water over a campfire, mix it together, and they have a good hearty meal while they're out there pioneering and stuff. Chile's a great country. There you go, Loki. And there's Jay Twist. Good morning. And Mel as well. Thank you for joining me this morning. Do you like your chili with or without meat? Some people just like chili with just beans. Some people like it with some ground beef in there or something like that. Throw it in the comments. Let me know. I like mine with a little ground beef in it. Give it some heartiness, more hearty. I don't care for it to be super spicy because I don't like really spicy food. More of I guess you could say semi-sweet chili is more what I would go for. But that's just me. I'm just one guy. What are you gonna do? Here's your joke of the day. What happens when a sailboat gets too old? It keels over. Some boat humor. But these jokes are horrible. You have to admit, these things are really bad. But yeah, back to chili. Some people like it super spicy. Then you have chili cook-offs. I know they have those here in Georgia sometimes. Once a year, they have an annual chili cook-off. People get around, have their secret recipes, and people going to taste them, and somebody gets crowned the chili king of the year or something. I don't know how it works. But, yeah, they have chili cook-offs and stuff like that. So it's a big thing. And I guess this would be an appropriate time of year to celebrate chili because you're gearing up for stuff like that in the spring and summer. So I would not be able to enter a chili contest. I've never made homemade chili. Not that I couldn't. But I guess I could if I really wanted. But it's just me. It's hard to cook for just one person. If you make a giant pot of chili, I'd be eating chili for an entire week if I made a decent amount with ingredients and stuff. It wouldn't be that, anyway. So yeah. Today, 1919, the Grand Canyon is designated a national park. In 1919. And it got like 45,000 visitors per year. Now it's like 5 million per year. Something like that. It's a huge attraction. Second largest national park for the United States. And it's a place that I want to go visit at some time. I would love to go visit the Grand Canyon. It's 200 something miles long. The largest space between the largest gap is like 15 miles or something like that. Native people were living down in the canyon thousands of years ago. It's got its own, species of animals that live there that are just for that area. You could see all the different layers from all the different periods of history, from the sediment and things that were there that got eroded away. All kinds of cool stuff there at the Grand Canyon. I've seen pictures, and I think we all have, but I don't know. I would like to go visit it, and it's all. Whoo. But kind of I want to be one of those guys that ventures out, goes away from the super touristy part, and kind of breaks away. I don't know if I'd want to go down in the canyon, but because that seems like a lot of work, and I've gotten lazy over the years. But maybe hike down a little ways and kind of get away from the crowd, take some selfies, do some stuff, for the Grand Canyon. That'd be cool. And then I don't know if this is true or not, still to this day, but the mail is taken down there's a little village in the base of the canyon, and they get their mail brought to them by donkey. Now you'd think they use drones or something like that, but nope, it's a donkey hiking all the way down and all the way back up. So yeah, taking the mail down to the people in the canyon. I think they still do that. Maybe. I don't know. And there's Terry. Good morning, Terry. Uncle Terry's with us this morning. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us. His schedule's been kind of wonky lately, but I'm glad he's here this morning. Mom used to make chili for the army. Leftovers she'd freeze. Oh yeah, chili would be a great meal when I was in the service. Anytime they served chili, you're like, hell yeah. And then you had the MREs, the meals ready to eat, the prepackaged meal packs, if you will, if that's what you want to call them, and chili mac. That was like a favorite. People would, I wouldn't say fight over it, but they would, trade over it or do everything in their power to get one versus something else is their favorite one. But yeah, chili mac, good stuff. Terry's been on vacation this week. Well, that's awesome, man. Did you go anywhere, or is it kind of like a staycation? I'm trying to read some of the comments here. I know Terry gets a vacation. What? Don't you have to earn those? Terry? Uncle Terry? Don't you have to earn vacations? I don't know. I have vacation time, but I'd be just sitting at home. So I don't know. Eventually, I want to take a time off and go, like I said, go visit Grand Canyon. But I have Robert to think about, and I have to put him in a boarding house or something like that for a week. I don't know what else. People would come over and feed him. I had to throw food over the fence because he would try to eat them. I got to train him better than that. But my house is secure. He wouldn't let anybody in. But anyway, that's the one good thing, right? All right, here's your heartwarming story. It doesn't start off heartwarming, but it ends heartwarming. An abandoned Las Vegas airport dog finds a forever home with the officer who saved him. So this lady, basically on this story, she had this golden doodle, labradoodle thing, right? And she wanted to board the plane with the dog as a service animal. And they're like, well, you got to have paperwork to show that it's a service animal. She said, I don't have the paperwork. And they got back and forth a little bit, got a little heated. And she tied the dog to a chair or something like that and just left it in the terminal and proceeded to go somewhere else. I can't remember exactly where she went and why she left it there. She's like, the dog's got to long story short, she said, well, the dog got a chip. It'll get back to me. But, the police caught up with her and says, hey, you have to get your dog, blah, blah, blah. She's claiming it's got a chip. I'll get it back later. And then she ended up having a physical confrontation with the police. Then she got arrested. And then after she bailed, she never came back for the dog. The dog was just there at the airport. Just totally abandoned. Complete jerk, right? And then they had this policy where they have to give the person 10 days to claim their animal. She never came back. She's like, screw it, not coming back for my service animal. And so one of the security guards there, once the 10 days is up, signed the papers and adopted the dog. It's got a forever home now. It's loved and taken care of. But man, people are just crazy. And just well, I'll just leave the dog there. I'll come back for it. I'll get it later. So I'll get it later. Whatever. It'll come back to me. It's it'll find its way home. But she didn't even try to go back to the airport and say, hey, I want my dog. At least that's what the story says. The airport has no communication of her saying, hey, where's my dog? Can I get my dog? Sorry for the mix up or whatever the case may be. No, she just left it. And it was a cute dog. One of those labradoodle type things. Golden labradoodle. So beautiful little dog. But now it's going to be, it's got a forever home. It's happy. They showed some pictures of it playing with the guy's kids. So yeah, it ended up turning out good. But I can't understand why people would do that. I couldn't imagine just leaving Robert somewhere and I'll come back in a couple of days. Really? I'll get paranoid just leaving him here. If I don't come directly home after work and check on him, I feel bad. I'm like, he's been here for 8 hours and he really loves me. He wants to see me. But I come home, check on him, play with him a little bit. Then I'll go back out and run errands or something like that. I don't just leave him here until 8 or 9 o'clock at night and then show back up and be like, all right, I'm going to bed. I don't do that even to him. I just can't understand why people would do that kind of thing. But it doesn't matter. The dog's got a happy home now. That's the good story. That's the good part of it. He got a free $60,000 pet. Those things are expensive. Some of these dogs are expensive. And Labradoodles, you got to have you got to groom them a certain way, because they don't shed. Poodles, Labradoodles, whatever poodle mixes, they don't shed. They're like sheep. You have to shear them every once in a while. So that's one good thing about a poodle type dog, is that you don't have hair all over the place. Bad part is you got to trim it yourself or take him somewhere and get him groomed. So there's that. But yeah, I don't leave my pups longer than an hour. Wow. Even just 1 hour? How can you go anywhere and get anything done and get back in less than an hour? Loki? Sorry, my nose is running. Service animals. They can be pretty expensive. Yeah, if you get your dog completely certified as a service animal, or get one because of some disability or whatever, yeah, they can be quite expensive. There's a lot of training involved. There's Wesley. Good morning, Wesley. Thank you for joining. I'm feeling a little bit better. My stomach's kind of sore. I've been working out too much, and then I didn't do enough stretches afterwards, and my stomach muscles are sore. It's kind of where I am right now. My internal systems are pretty much back to normal. That was quite the Crohn's attack, if you will, with my gut that I had to deal with. So, yeah. Loki trained service dogs. Wow, you got to give me some tips on how to train my dog to sit and stay. I pretty much got Robert to learn how to sit. He knows his name. He'll come when I call his name, and get him to sit. I try to get him to stay beside me when we walk, but he's so damn excited to go for a walk, he drags me the first half. But that's my dilemma. That I have to deal with. Let's see what else we got on here. Oh yeah. 40-hour work week. Well, Mexico has a 48-hour work week. And just now, Mexico approved a bill cutting the work week down to 40 hours by the year 2030. So they're going to 2 hours off a week until 2030, and they can get it down to where it's a 40-hour work week instead of a 48-hour work week. But there's a lot of undocumented jobs and people working 60 hours a week that this won't affect in Mexico. It's mainly corporate jobs or company jobs or factory jobs. They'll be cut down to 40 hours required a week instead of 48. So they have a 6-day work week in Mexico, evidently. I learned that, didn't know it, but now we do. And they just passed a bill. So, and then in Europe, I think they've gone down to a 4-day work week instead of 5 in some European countries, and they seem to be doing fine. So yeah. I don't mind working 40 hours. I'm used to it. If I have to work a little over, that's fine too. But yeah, it's 48 hours this whole time. Who would have thought? But like I said, some probably like farms and stuff where they're not technically clocking in and out per se. This probably won't affect them, and they'll probably still be working 50, 60 hours a week. Who knows how many hours doing whatever. So, or if you have your own little business, you're working by yourself, you're vending something, you got a little storefront or something like that. It doesn't affect everybody is what I'm trying to say. It's not going to benefit everybody in Mexico, but it's a start. It's a start. It's good news. They're getting down there. I know, 19,000 subs. We're moving right on up. I got to teach him to follow me. I know. I try to keep him right beside me when I walk him, Robert. And like I said, the first leg of the walk that we have the same route we take. He's used to it. He knows where we're going, how we're going to get there, all that kind of stuff. But the first 1/3 of the route, he's just like he wants to drag me, but I don't let him. I kind of pull him back. But once we get started on the trail that he likes, he stays right beside me. And then on the way back, he slows down because he knows we're headed back home. And then I'm able to control him that way. Oh, thank you, Mel. Thank you for gifting more memberships. You like I like it too. Had it for quite a while now. Well, that's my 15 minutes, guys. I do this Monday through Friday. It's good news. Good start to the day with a cup of coffee and me. And I hope to see you again tomorrow morning. Same time, same channel, all that good jazz. Be kind. Compliment a stranger. You might make somebody smile. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.